What's going on, people? Spurs have just lost by 4 goals to 3 here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Chelsea. Going 2-0 up early in that first half. Came out a million miles an hour. I mean, it's such a frustrating game of football because, you know, after going 2 goals up and to lose 4-3 is a really kick in the teeth. But I think, I think we played well in parts today, came out really strong. Caicedo should have been sent off though. That's a big sticking point in that first half because I don't understand how that goes to VAR and you don't see a red card. It just doesn't make sense to me. Romero last season got sent off for far less.
Double standards. They said on, they put that thing up on the ground saying they went when the referee's called. Oh, I've only seen it once. Sorry, I only saw it in the ground. I haven't seen it again.
I've seen it again. I've seen it again, and it's 100% a red card.
I mean, if it is the case, they've got away with one, and just as luck would have it, as always happens in these things, he doesn't get sent off and then wins the penalty to make it 2-2 in the first half. But look, when we were going into this game, everyone thought we were going to get battered, and we wanted to see a reaction from the Bournemouth game, and in those first 20 minutes, we were well on top of them, and it could have been more than 2-0. Doggy missed a big chance, obviously Solanke, brilliant goal to get us in the lead. Kulusevski does brilliantly with his goal as well. And, we're rocking, we're rolling, we're pressing the crap out of them. And it's looking like Tottenham have really shown the reaction. I think a bit changed. Romero goes off early. I don't know if it was a recurrence of his injury, but clearly we rushed him back and he went early. Then 2 minutes later, they score with Jadon Sancho while Romero's still walking around the pitch. So that's exactly what you didn't want as soon as Romero goes off to concede so early. But I thought in that first half we had some more chances. Solanke at the bar. Then again, Son picks up a loose ball from Sanchez, a poor kick from Sanchez, and Solanke misses the chance. But I did think for the final 5 minutes or 10 minutes of that half, we were looking a bit leggy. We were looking a bit tired. I was like, we need half time here. I didn't think we defended poorly or anything, but Forster did have to make a couple of saves from Palmer and one follow-up from Neto as well. And we were struggling to, get into their half a bit in those final 10 minutes. And I did have a feeling, I said at half-time, if we don't get another third goal, probably before the hour mark, it's going to be a real struggle to hold them out. And Chelsea definitely came out in the second half strongest. We came out in the second half a bit all over the shop. Chelsea had their chances in that time, and it looked like they were going to get back in the game, but the manner which they did get back in the game is very, very disappointing. Basuma on the touchline, Dally's on the ball, gives it away really cheaply.
But I don't understand, right? Because he goes on the outside when the pass was in on the inside. He had about 2 options on the inside, and he decides to go on the outside. He decides to lose the ball, and then he's scrambling. He runs back. He puts in a big effort to get back. And he puts in such a sloppy and stupid
he's
challenge.
He's clearly had a rush of blood to the head to try and make up for his mistake, giving the ball away. And Caicedo gets wrong side of one of the defenders, and Basuma's come flying in.
He should have been off.
All he has to do is stand him up, and he doesn't. Is a penalty, and it's 2-2. What funny thing is, that probably came, not that point, but obviously once it went 2-2, I felt we did get a bit of a second wind. Not that we created loads of chances, but we were all of a sudden pressing them a bit, showed that I think that, again, it changed. Radu put a brilliant challenge in on Jackson, and it seemed to give everyone a bit of impetus, and all of a sudden Van de Ven was flying into challenges, and we did have a bit of a second wind at that point. And ironically enough, probably in one of our better points in the second half, Chelsea then get the third, and again the third goal is diabolical defending all round, I would have to say. It's terrible from everyone. I think on the left-hand side, Cucurella gets past Porro, and he should have been making a challenge. Decky, I think, gets nutmegged. Then Palmer wriggles through, I think, 3 players in the build-up to that goal. His cross gets deflected. There doesn't seem to be anyone near Enzo, and he just fires it home from the edge of the area. Really, really poor goal, I have to say, from a Tottenham point of view. I think Ange will be looking at that and will be furious with the lack of kind of aggression or challenges being put in, because in the build-up, I count about 3 or 4 opportunities we could have won the ball back, and we let them all pass us by, and that'll be infuriating. Once 1-2 went 3-2, it was a bit weird. Went 3-2, then everyone seemed to be very down, and we gave away another penalty. Obviously, Sarr's stupid challenge on Palmer in the box. He's going away from goal, no need to make the challenge, and brings him down. And look, I have to see it again. People saying it's soft, it might have been, but from where I was sitting, it was sloppy from Sarr. Doesn't need to make the challenge, doesn't need to engage. Obviously, we lost Van de Ven before then as well. He went off. Hopefully, it's not a reoccurrence of his injury. Hopefully, he's okay. But then it was weird. At 4-2, And maybe it was because Chelsea dropped off, but we did have a couple of moments. Sorry, we didn't even mention at 2-2, what a pivotal moment that was. Sonny
Mate.
going through.
That was one of the moments of the game.
That was a big moment. Big moment.
The game kind of hinged on that moment, I think, because it's 2-2. We've just conceded the 2-goal lead, and we have this big chance in the Sonny zone. You know, you back Sonny to score those 9 times out of 10.
And it was a big mistake from the keeper.
One time out of 10.
It was a big mistake from the defence.
Sonny's got to finish that. I'm sorry. Sonny's got to finish that.
It was a ball over the top. It was going to Destiny, and he was clearly offside. And he then cleverly decides to leave the ball. I think all the Chelsea players stopped because they think the ref's going to blow for offside. Sonny then cleverly picks it up, goes streaming down the left-hand side, has acres of space and has a lot of time as well to measure up the shot. It's exactly his area, as you say, and he had time, and Sonny on top form or whatever, Sonny down the ears will be burying that, and he put it wide, and you saw how that would have affected him. That was a big moment. And what was even more dire was the fact that we conceded, I think, 2 minutes after that miss, and it went from 3-2 Spurs potentially to 3-2 Chelsea, and that was a big moment in the game. But
the reality is
4-2, we had Son had a
moments.
chance.
We had moments
chance
in the game in the second half, but Chelsea were by far the better team in the second half. Clearly,
Chelsea
they
were
were
the better
all
team.
over us pretty much, and it was lucky they didn't score more as well.
Yeah,
So,
at 4-2, Sonny had a one-on-one which Sanchez saved. We had a few moments, and then obviously we did get the goal. Maddison, who came off the bench, brilliant play by the byline, cut it back to Son, and we got it back to 4-3. And then there was a late opportunity at the back post, which Werner puts in a beautiful ball at the back post, and it was just too far ahead of Son, and it could have been a dramatic comeback. But look, we gave up a 2-goal lead, sloppy mistakes. Really hard to take on that front as well. The manner of some of the goals we conceded was so poor. Again, though, a lot of circumstance in the game. Should have had a red card for Caicedo. We lost Romero and Van de Ven in the game as well. So it was difficult circumstances. They did look out of their feet again. By watching the game, it didn't seem to me like a team not trying or not playing for the manager or anything like that. It seemed like a team just giving their all and running on empty a bit at times. But when they were good, they were really good. And when the pressing was on point, Chelsea really struggled to handle it. And we were causing mistakes. We were creating chances. I think we'll definitely be made to pay for missed chances. Again, we had a lot of chances in this game, which if we would have put, we could have been a lot more than 2-0 up. And unfortunately, we definitely got made to pay for missed chances. But when you make the mistakes that we make at the back that we did today, you know, you can't really say that can't really complain really when you make those mistakes.
Nah, Chelsea deserved to win today.
I think a draw would have been a fair result.
No, I disagree.
I think a draw would have been a fair result.
I think Chelsea deserved it. Yeah, we had our moments and we could have scored more goals, but you know they could have scored more goals as well. So I feel like stupid mistakes from Tottenham Hotspur to give away both penalties, particularly the Basuma one. And at 2-2, Sonny's got to finish it. Unfortunately, I think. Look, it was a better reaction in terms of what I expected from the Bournemouth game. I think we came out the traps really firing, and it looked good. You know, we were putting them under pressure. We were scoring. We were winning the game. We were winning the ball high up the pitch. But I felt like towards the last stage of that first half, you know, we came under the cosh, and that carried on into the second half, and it even got worse. So I think you've got to give credit to Chelsea for responding to that 2-goal deficit in the first 10-15 minutes, because they responded in the perfect manner. They put it on us, and we crumbled. We crumbled at the end of the day. And yeah, if we take our chances at the other end, it could have been a different game. But I think we crumbled under the pressure today, because you look at the mistakes that we made; those should not be happening. I'm sorry, but those should not be happening. But that penalty that Basuma give away and Sarr give away is just stupid. It's just stupid, and the defending for the Enzo goal as well, just stupid as well. So we created our own downfall. But on top of that, I think you got to credit Chelsea for the way they came at us, because I think they dominated large parts of that game. They really did. So as much as we had a fairly good response to the Bournemouth game, I do feel like we deserve to lose today.
Well, after today, where does that leave you with Ange and all the gone by Christmas talk? What is it?
It doesn't change anything.
So you still think he's gone by Christmas?
I think so. He needs to turn around results dramatically. And yeah, spirited.
Is that a team not playing for the manager?
No, I think it was a spirited display today. Got to give credit, because I was thinking when I was sitting there, I was thinking, yeah, I think these players are actually playing for the manager. But like I said before, we can turn performances out in big games. Let's see what happens on a consistent basis. And albeit we didn't win today either, so
Yeah.
we need to get back to winning ways desperately. But what I saw out there is a team fighting, but it just wasn't enough.
One positive I do want to talk about, I think, again, for the second game in a row, a very positive cameo from Bergvall. Came on and was really good.
100%.
I think on this evidence, he should be playing more in the Premier League. I thought he came on against Bournemouth, really showed a bit more composure when the whole team was shitting the bed. And I thought he came on today, played in the 6th role because Basuma went off. And I thought did a really competent job. Yeah. Composure, was progressing the ball really nicely, showed confidence.
His spreading of play was brilliant.
Yeah,
as
really
well.
good. I want to see more of him. I really want to see more of him in the Premier League. Obviously, one of the big concerns, apart from obviously where we are on the league table, I think we're now in the bottom half.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why did we rush Romero and Van de Ven back? Like, it was clear to see that we rushed them back. And you know what? Romero and Van de Ven back in the team gave everyone a bit of a boost today in the crowd. You saw it. Mm-hmm. As soon as the team news went out, everyone was walking around with smiles on their face. Maybe the Arsenal result as well had something to do with it. But I feel like we rushed them back today, and you saw that with Romero from the off. Romero never looked comfortable.
Right, yeah.
He never looked comfortable. Went off very early. Clearly rushed back. Van de Ven. I mean, I'm hoping Van de Ven's okay, and it was just a precaution because he did go and sit straight back on the bench and didn't go down the tunnel or anything, and he did walk off. So I'm hoping Van de Ven's just a precaution. But it's clear that we rushed these guys back.
For sure. The fact that Van de Ven struggled to make 90 minutes and Romero went off after 15, I think that's case in point that they weren't fully ready, but. I thought, especially Van de Ven had a really good game up until he had to go off, unfortunately for him. That was a massive shame. And obviously Brennan, potentially we lost him as well. I don't know how bad his injury is. If he's injured, I thought Werner stunk the place out a bit on that right-hand side. I didn't think he was very good. We know him on the right, him on the left is also not very good, but him on the right especially, he didn't offer anything. He did put that one good ball in right at the end, but other than that, offered very, very little. I thought Maddison had a really good cameo. I thought Decky in parts was really good and then tired and had to go off, unfortunately for him. But yeah, look, it was a game where we could have won. Look, we shot ourselves in the foot too many times. Chelsea played really well as well. We know they're a good team, and clearly the attacking power they have that was fully on display. I thought Palmer was brilliant throughout the game. I thought he was excellent. Him and Sancho linked up beautifully together for Chelsea. And we struggled to contain that at times as well today. We showed how we can hurt them as well. But again, this game hinged on big moments. It was fine lines today, I think, and a lot of the time they went against us, unfortunately, and that's so hard to take after what could have been a really great response to what was last week.
You can't fall apart like that though when you're 2-0 up.
Yeah,
you can't fall apart like that.
It was poor.
Yeah, you're saying it's a game that hinged on moments, and yeah, Caicedo should have been sent off, and it's a different game if Sonny scores. 100% agree with you, but you still can't fall apart like that. Like, that's not good enough. It's really not. But look, it is what it is. We lose another game. What's that, 7th loss of the season?
Yeah, I just worry about are we going to lose Van de Ven and Romero and Johnson, and where does that leave the squad if we lose them for any extended period of time? We're already sat on our feet, I feel, and look, it was a good. I think in general, it started off as an amazing response, but it turned out that we just couldn't sustain it, which is really difficult to take. I'm obviously not happy we lost, but it wasn't this big battering which everyone was expecting, but we still lost the game.
Still conceded 4 goals at home.
Conceded 4 goals.
8 goals at home now to them in the last 2 games here. So it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. Yeah, fine, a spirited performance in the first 10-20 minutes, and we had our chances throughout the game, but still not good enough in my opinion. But look, we move on. Rangers on Thursday night, and we'll see you all there. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.